Back about 3,000, 4,000 years to a king who lived on an island in the Mediterranean Sea, and his name was King Minos, and he lived on the island of Crete. King Minos had a pet. It was not your typical pet. This pet was the Minotaur, and the Minotaur was half man, half bull. And to feed the Minotaur, he fed them people. And he took those people from the city of Athens, demanded that they give him sacrifices. Somebody had to put a stop to this. We needed a hero. And that hero's name was Theseus. And this story is Theseus and the Minotaur.
On the island of Crete lived a cruel and powerful king by the name of Minos. People all over the Greek world feared his army and navy and paid the heavy fines Minos demanded just to be left alone. The people of Athens had to pay an especially heavy price. Minos' son had died on a visit to Athens, so Minos made Athens pay blood money to make sure that this tragic event would never be forgotten. Every 9 years, the king of Athens, Aegeus, had to send 7 young men and 7 young women to Crete. Choosing those 14 youths was agony because everyone knew what their horrible fate would be. In exchange for peace for the rest of Athens, those unlucky victims would be taken to Crete and fed to a deadly creature owned by King Minos. Its name was the Minotaur. The Minotaur had the body of a human but the head of a bull. It was huge and powerful, but lived on a diet of humans that it hunted down. Because it was so deadly, Minos kept the Minotaur in a massive maze called the Labyrinth to make sure it never, ever escaped. The victims from Athens were brought to the Labyrinth one by one and left there until the Minotaur found them. Lost and confused, they never knew when they would meet their fate. The palace in Athens.
Time is up. King Minos demands the next batch of youths before he arrives tomorrow. He also says if you're slow choosing, he will destroy Athens and take more victims himself.
That guy's kind of grumpy.
Is there no way out of this terrible bargain? To save our city, we must send all of our children to their deaths. But quickly, we must hold a lottery and choose who must go to Crete.
Father, wait. We can't just send these people off to die. Why? They're the same age as I am. You've got to do something.
No, my son, as long as the Minotaur lives and Minos keeps demanding his ransom, there's no way out.
Then send me as one of the 14, and I can defeat that evil beast and stop Minos' cruel game.
Sending these people is bad enough for me. If I lose you two, then Athens will be without its king and prince.
But I can win. The gods on my side, I won't fail you or our people.
The king saw something in his son's eyes that gave him hope. He knew that the gods loved his son and would watch over him, so he let him go as one of the victims.
Time to go.
Yes! Instead of wearing his royal robes, Theseus put on a simple white tunic worn by the other 13 youths. He also left behind the royal ring his father had given him. Now no one would know he was the king's son.
Theseus, I want you to take these white sails with you. If you succeed in your mission, hoist these white sails on your ship instead of the hidden pays of the sails that the sailors normally use. I'll watch the sea every day and hope that I'll see the white sails heading towards home.
The journey to Crete. The next day, King Minos arrived to collect the victims. He gloated as the youths, including Theseus, were led onto his ship. Though Theseus stood tall, his companions wept as they left their friends and family, expecting never to see them again. The trip to Crete was to be dark and gloomy, but not for Minos. He enjoyed hearing the victims' sobs and mocked them when he felt like it.
My pet is very hungry. It's been 9 years since he's had some Athenians over for dinner. What a splendid 14-course meal for my bullish friend.
Watch out, King Minos. The gods will punish you for putting us through this torture.
Oh, rebel.
I know the gods on the side of the right. That is, our side.
Oh, really? Let's check the score so far. You were chosen by lottery to come to a human sacrifice.
So?
You were abandoned by your family and friends and given a one-way ride to the bullpen of a man-eating monster. Look at me, on the other hand. I'm a rich and powerful king. I wonder whose side the gods are on.
It's true you've had your fun, but soon it's going to be over.
Minos could see that this bold fellow was getting his crew nervous.
Getting your crew nervous.
He knew that, with all the talk about the gods, it would look bad for him to kill Theseus right there. But Minos always had an evil scheme when he needed one.
Enough already with this talk. True test or prove whether the gods are really interested in helping you. I'll drop one of my rings into the ocean. If the gods favor you, you'll dive in and bring it right back.
That is a deal.
Minos took a clanking ring off his finger and threw it into the sea. Like a shot, Theseus dove off the side of the ship to his shore.
Set all sails. Let's get this ship moving.
Sir, should we wait for the youth to come back up? If we leave now, we'll surely be leaving him to drown.
Really? What a pity that would be. Anyone who doesn't obey my orders will be an appetizer for the Minotaur. Set all sails.
Under the waves, Theseus began to regret his boldness. His lungs were ready to burst, and the sea was cold and dark. How could he ever find that ring? But the gods did not forget Theseus. Just when it seemed that he couldn't last any longer, Theseus found that he could breathe underwater. Then he felt two things brush by on either side of him. Sharks, his mind screamed. But they were dolphins, friendly dolphins who had come to be his guides.
I love dolphins.
Theseus grabbed hold of their fins, and they pulled him further and further into the watery deep. At last, they reached the realm of the mermaids. Their caves at the bottom of the sea were filled with gold and silver treasures taken from sunken ships. One mermaid swam up to Theseus with King Minos' ring already in her hand. After that, the dolphins pulled Theseus on Crete ahead of Minos' ship, so he was there to greet the king when the ship arrived. Minos was shocked, but said nothing except to order Theseus back with the other victims.
Hello, king.
Chain him up with all the others and take him to the palace dungeon. If the gods are really on his side, they'll save him from the Minotaur. No one else can.
Ariadne, Minos' daughter, watched from the palace window as the victims trudged to the prison, where they would be held until they were placed in the labyrinth.
I wonder who that fellow is in the front of the line. He seems so brave for someone who's about to die. Why does my father do these horrible things?
She fell in love with Theseus at first sight and promised herself that she would not let him die like all the others.
I won't let him die like all the others.
Perhaps he can even help her escape from her evil father. The plan. While all the guards were sleeping, Ariadne crept to the cell where Theseus was being held.
Wake up. Don't make a sound.
Did the king say he would torture me?
No, I am Minos' daughter. I want to help save him from the Minotaur.
Is this for the trick? Because I didn't like you to say.
Listen to me. No matter how brave you are, you'll die without my help. Even if the Minotaur doesn't kill you, you'll be trapped in London forever. Here, take this ball stick. Once they shut you inside the lobby, tie one end of the string to the door. As you move around inside, pull the string with you. If you are successful and defeat the Minotaur, you may fall back to safety.
How can I find the beast footprints?
The Minotaur is very lazy. It thinks it can find victims whenever it wants. It sleeps late. You have to find it while it's still sleeping and surprise it, as you're only over winning.
What can I do to repay you?
I need to get off this island. I can't stand my father and his wicked ways.
That's a deal. When I leave this island with my friends from Athens, I'll take you with us.